Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Diggy546, and the Giants are 1-5. We're 1-5. It is what it is, folks. But there are some bright spots, and this defense on Sunday against the Bills looked really good. They looked really good, and I would say probably your biggest standout player was Bobby Okereke. He was your biggest standout player by far. Dude came to play. He balled out. He has been slowly getting better as the season has gone along. This was a guy that I was disappointed in coming into the season because he really did not show up as that star type middle linebacker that I think we paid him to be. He's a guy that's athletic, long arms, physical, fast, and we just didn't see that at the beginning of the season. We saw missed tackles, we saw him out of position, and I just was really disappointed. But like I said, these past couple of weeks, and especially this game, dude showed up and looked like the linebacker that we paid him to be. So let's get straight to this. First play I'm going to show you is on the goal line. We have missed this for a long time. Linebacker play on the goal line, stand up linebacker play. Just take a look at it. Bobby is going to read and react. So take a look at it. Doesn't get caught in the traffic, and he's already through the gap. Already through the gap. He sees Leo's taking this. I think that's the guard there. Leo's taking the guard. Pinnock's lined up over the tackle. So he sees like this may be designed also. Maybe designed, but he's just going to loop around here and fill that gap and make the tackle. We saw a lot of times this season where Bobby and Micah McFadden would fill this gap and miss the tackle. But this game, they made the tackles. That's really the difference in what happened is they came through and they made the tackles. So this was something really great to see. I'll let you all see it in real time real quick. Boom, right through, tackle for loss. All right, so this next play is probably my favorite play. There's a bunch of plays that he made, to be honest, but this is one of my favorite plays. I'll say he just kind of shadows Josh Allen. He just kind of stalks him. Bobby, by the way, is in the middle of the field. He's 58. He's literally your middle linebacker in the middle of the field, standing across from the quarterback at the linebacker position. So just take a look at him. He's just going to kind of spy Josh Allen here. Starts off in coverage, turns around, and just starts to spy Josh Allen here as he breaks the pocket. And then he just watch as he just goes and gets him. Goes and gets him. And then they have the nerve to throw a flag here. They got the nerve to throw a flag here. The illegal contact was illegal contact. But as far as this hit right here, hit him right in the chest. And they threw a flag for roughing the passer. But I don't care. I'd love for my linebacker to make that play 10 times out of 10. Let's watch it in real time. He's going to flip his hips, take away that initial crosser or that initial tight end up the seam. Once he takes that away, he just runs down Josh Allen and makes it a very difficult play, almost like how Fred Warner did a couple of weeks ago in that Dallas game. Really good linebacker play. And if your linebacker can play coverage and also go after the quarterback at the same time, that's exactly what you want to see. So Bobby got two pass deflections. The dude really had a nice coverage game. I would say this is probably one of the better coverage games by a Giants linebacker I've seen really in my life. And I'm not being dramatic here. The Giants have not had good coverage linebackers. They just haven't. But his ability here just really stood out. He's just going to start off again, dropping into this coverage, dropping into this zone, and just see the ball come out quickly. And from Josh Allen's point of view, just take a look at this. From Josh Allen's point of view, this pass is completable. Against most Giants linebacker, this pass is going to get completed. But he just gets his hand on it, tips it out of the way. And again, like we can't appreciate enough that we have linebackers that are making plays in coverage. We have not seen this for a very long time. I really cannot tell you a linebacker that's done it. I mean, maybe Antonio Pierce, just by being in the right place. But a guy like with long arms and athletic and is able to do things in coverage, we really haven't seen that for a very long time. So I want to give a shout out to a sponsor on the channel, Underdog Fantasy, and it's kept me really invested in week one's games this year. And I've been having a lot of fun, to be honest with you all. You scroll through it. I've been using Pick'em. You scroll through it, you find out, is this player going to be higher or lower than this amount of passing yards or this amount of rushing yards? And you can bundle these players up all the way up to 5 different players. And the more players you put in, the more you can possibly win. You can also use insurance there that's going to make sure that if you get 4 out of that 5, you still get paid. So whether you put in 5, whether you put in 10, whether you put in 20, all the way up to 100, they will match that 100% all the way up to $100 if you use code Diggy. You will not regret it. I've been having a lot of fun. Do it today. So I love this play too. You're going to see Bobby Okereke take away this seam from Gabe Davis. He's going to take away the seam. He's just going to just get back, take away that seam, and then read and react and see Josh is throwing the ball outside. So gets his head on the swivel, hustles, still hustling, poke the ball out, Peanut Tillman style, and you got a turnover. And this is Bobby's, 4th turnover that he's forced in the last 2 weeks, or third. He forced another one this game, but he has forced 4 turnovers these last 2 games, and he has just like, this is the guy that I saw in the preseason that I said was always around the football, that I just didn't see this first couple games of the season, and it looks like he's here. So again, taking away the seam, not giving up on the play, chasing a guy down, not giving up, and just poking that ball out. Now on this play, unfortunately, Damian Harris got hurt. He is doing well. He has had all of his movement back. No issues there, so he had to be taken to the hospital. But this is the type of play I want from my middle linebacker. This is short yardage, 3rd and 1. Now he did get the first down, but just watch Bobby in real time fill this gap so quickly and pretty much stop him in his tracks. By the time he met him, he was already at the first down marker, but he met him in the hole right there, and it's like he did it all day and just met guys in the hole there and stopped him in his tracks. So right here, Bobby does another great job in zone coverage, and I noticed that the Giants played a ton of zone coverage. I mean, they played more zone coverage than I've seen them play pretty much all year, and I guess that was Dable just thinking that was Josh Allen's weakness as far as being able to get things done. So a ton of zone coverage here. They didn't run as many blitzes as usual, which, I mean, not characteristic of Wink Martindale, but it is what it is there. But let's take a look at Bobby Okereke in the middle of the field. And again, it seems like he's a better zone coverage linebacker, which most are, than he is a man coverage linebacker. And just take a look at him right here in the middle of the field, sitting in that zone. Again, dropping left, getting his hand on that ball because he's got long arms there. Dropping left, getting back right, and causing an interception. I mean, you just love to see it. And let's take a look at it from this angle. So you're going to see Bobby right in the middle of your screen. He's going to drop back. And just look at what Josh Allen is seeing. Bobby Okereke is all the way over on the right side of the screen. So this is as clear a window for a guy with a rocket arm as you could possibly get. Clear a window as you can get. And just as Bobby Okereke sees Josh Allen plant, he's already there. He's there to get a hand on the football, pop it up, and Mike McFadden gets the gift that Bobby Okereke gets him for Christmas. Just a beautiful play. I mean, again, when Josh Allen winds up to throw this, Bobby Okereke is moving right. He's moving right. And maybe Josh Allen beats him over the top with a higher placed ball. But again, you're giving guys opportunities to catch up there. You're giving the safeties. I think that's McFadden. You're giving all of them chances to get back there to catch up to that ball if you put more air under it. So really did a good job for Josh Allen. It's just when you got a guy like Bobby Okereke with long arms and a nice vertical and an athletic linebacker that can cover ground very quickly, that's what happens. I mean, he's going to get a hand on the ball, and these interceptions happen. So you didn't see Josh Allen break out and really run that much because Bobby Okereke was literally harassing this guy. This is something I thought Isaiah Simmons would be doing, but Bobby Okereke was up to the task. So Just watch him here. He's gonna spy Josh Allen. He's gonna immediately take off here, like he's gonna leave the pocket or try to make something happen. And just watch, Bobby is just all over it, nowhere to go. I mean, causing an incompletion right there, just making it really difficult for this guy to take off and run and get the edge on somebody. And this is just another play of him just harassing Josh Allen. And again, like almost identical to the Fred Warner and Dak Prescott play. Watch Bobby Okereke just kind of keep his eyes on him the whole time. He's going to drop into his zone. Eyes on Josh Allen, eyes on Josh Allen. He's running around like he's going to take off, and he's just there. Takes away the throw. As you see right there with the long arms, takes away that throw. He's going to throw it to, I think, Diggs right there on the right side. But takes that throw away with the long arms and then just goes and gets him. Now, this doesn't count as a sack. It's like a 2-yard gain. But, again, really great job in the open field against one of the guys who's really the hardest to take down in the league. So this next play to me is it just looks like film study to me. It looks like film study to me. The ball is going to Stephon Diggs here. Bobby Okereke is lined up across from Stephon Diggs in the slot, closest to the line of scrimmage. And anytime you got Bobby Okereke man on man against Stephon Diggs, something fishy is going on. And because of film study, Bobby Okereke is able to sniff this screen out and nothing crazy happens. So take a look at it here. Ball immediately goes to Diggs. Bobby Okereke is right on it. And in this last play I'll show you, it's just what you need to be a good linebacker in the league. All the coverage stuff is great. All of the shadowing guys and spying quarterbacks is great. That's all really valuable as a linebacker. But you got to be able to come up and make tackles, fill the right gaps. And that's really what he did most of the day yesterday, or 2 days ago now. Just watch him fill up this gap. I mean, nothing crazy. Just go meet the running back and tackle him for a loss. And, I mean, that's what you're looking for out of your $10, $11 million linebacker. You just want a guy who's going to fill the right spot, make plays, and make sure tackles. And watch as he holds on to the ankle. This is what I'm talking about. Like, guys are fighting to the ball. Guys are rallying to the football. He's wrapping James Cook up. He didn't come in and try to blow him up. He didn't come in and try to, Sean Taylor him, try to drop a shoulder on him. He came up and wrapped up. Now, he did end up getting his legs. And James Cook steps out of it a little bit. But at the end of the day, he did not let go. And because he didn't let go, you got Leo right there. You got Isaiah Simmons. And he's going to lose a yard because he wrapped up. So I'll stop it here. Bobby Okereke had, 11 tackles, 2 pass deflections, 2 tackles for a loss, forced fumble. I mean, he filled up the stat sheet. And if you ask me, I mean, he came close to a couple of sacks too. So really had a good game. Micah McFadden has been playing much better beside Bobby Okereke. He had 7 tackles, an interception, a pass deflection. So these guys are balling. And it's led by Bobby Okereke, and I'm glad he's a Giant. It was a slow start, but it seems like this guy is going to be a piece of this defense. It seems like as long as he's playing at this level, the defense can only be so bad because you got Dexter Lawrence right in front of him. You got Leonard Williams in front of him. You got Thibodeau out there. Aziz is on IR, but you got some good players in that front 7. And as you see, he comes in and plays well. Mike McFadden plays well. So you guys let me know what you're thinking after watching this film session of Bobby Okereke. I think he is a really good middle linebacker. I mean, I don't think he's an all-pro guy yet, but I think he has the potential to be one of the better middle linebackers that have ever played for the New York Giants. I mean, Antonio Pierce was a great guy for us, a great linebacker for us, but he was never the guy who was a super athlete who was going to be like an all-pro for us. But you guys let me know what you think. And let me know that in the comments. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.